Live.
Hey, it looks like we are live. I'm going to go double check. Hello, everyone. Hi, Sophie.
Yeah, it says we live. Hey. All right.
Want to record on your end or make me the
host?
host?
Yeah. I record.
Hi, everyone. I get to be the guinea pig today.
Yeah. So everybody, hello. And we were talking and Abby is in a funk.
Such a funk.
That's right. Such a funk. And I'm leading the new 4-session conversation seminar about a way out of insanity in 2 hours, right? So I don't want Abby in a funk.
That's right.
So we decided we're going to have a live coaching call on how to get out of a funk.
That's great. All right, something Sophie and I would do anyway, but we decided we'll do it publicly today.
That's right. So that if you are ever in a funk, which of course must never happen to you, but you ever are in a funk, then maybe this coaching. That's right. Right, Abby, you better be really good, right?
Okay, I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
All right, take a pen. Take a pen and a piece of paper.
All right.
All right, everybody, if you're in a funk, do the same. All right.
Yeah, join me, everyone.
so Abby, tell us what does it feel like first in your body? What does it feel like? What are the emotions, feelings, and?
It feels slow, like I feel sluggish. I have trouble accessing motivation for things that usually don't feel difficult to access, like working out or doing that, and then it spirals into feeling sad. Like I get kind of depressed and, oh no, why am I in a funk? And
making yourself wrong for being in a funk?
Yes, definitely.
Because you should be more trained than that?
Definitely. I should be more evolved than that.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other thing I'm noticing is I start to just not care. Like, I'm like, whatever, I'll just eat this thing I wouldn't usually eat. Or
so you let go of all your structure.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And what are the thoughts that you have in your head?
Oh boy. There's sort of an array of thoughts. There's in categories. There's fear about my wife and I are just moved to Seattle, but she's not liking it here and missing the island where we came from. And I'm worried about that, us finding a middle ground. There's not any conflict around it. It's just stressing me out. I'm feeling concerned about my work. Like I want to be making more money. I want to feel more stable. I'm getting to the point where like my spending feels more than what I'm making, my bills and everything. Then I'm also like looking at kind of starting my own practice, and I'm having a lot of like insecurity, feeling inadequate, feeling like, am I really trained enough to do this work? Those types of thoughts are really present in my space. Just kind of not feeling good enough.
Okay. Not good enough. Okay, great. Okay, I got all that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm writing it all down. So let me just get you and see if you want to add anything, right? So you just feel heavy in your body, right? Yeah. Heavy, like you're unmotivated. Things that before didn't require much effort from you, just now require effort, right? You feel sad and depressed. Mm-hmm. You're making yourself wrong for being in the funk. I mean, with all the work you've done and you're doing and all that, I mean, how could you be in a funk, right? And you let go of the structures that work in your life, the integrity of your life, of eating well, exercising, and I'm sure some other structures, right? And then all sort of thoughts come in your mind, right? You're now worried. I don't know if it's worry or if it's anxiety, right? Anxiety is imagining the worst, and worry is just worry about your life, not liking Seattle, wanted to go back to Hawaii, and concern about, am I building a work? I'm not working enough. I'm spending more money than I own. I need to make more money. I don't have a plan. I don't have certainty. Am I trained enough? Am I good enough? Am I doing the right thing? Who do I think I am?
Yeah. All of that. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Is there anything else that I didn't get?
The only other thing I can hear is I then am making myself wrong for losing my structures, right? Like, I didn't eat as good yesterday. I did work out, but I really had to force myself to do it. So I'm making myself very wrong for not keeping to my structures.
Yeah. So that's even more food for blame, right? Saying, oh, look, I'm really a mess, right? Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even keep my structures, right? So then it feeds your self-doubts and so forth. All right. Absolutely. So that's definitely a funk.
Super funk. Yeah.
Super funk. Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you think I ever get to that place? Or do you think I'm way too enlightened to get to that place?
Let's see.
Am I allowed to be in a funk from time to time, or
absolutely
I'm just too trained to be in a funk?
You are. Yes, you are allowed to be in a funk.
Okay, good. So the first thing is, okay, do you get that I'm not judging you? I'm not making you wrong. You're the only one making you wrong for being in a funk.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
All right. So the first thing is you accept it. I mean, we're the only species that resist what is. Okay. So don't resist being in the funk. That's the first thing. Okay. I don't say I'm in a funk. I say I'm miserable because it makes me laugh. Like, I get miserable. Yeah.
The drama.
I'm miserable.
I feel I can relate to that. Oh, yeah. Miserable. Just, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Like, oh, nothing works. My entire life is over. I mean,
everything's falling apart. Yeah.
I know. I'm not managing anything. Like, oh God. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now we are never in a funk in relationship to what is actually happening. The funk is happening, right? But it's never in relationship to what's happening. It's always in relationship to our past. So you remember how I trained you about the brain, right? The brain has neuronal functions. The neuron fire in a certain way that you train them in, right? In the past. But so there is a funk that got triggered with your neurons, right? Yeah. Something happened and your neuronal function of funkness got reactivated.
Okay.
So let's go back to when is the exact moment where you got in the funk, right? So now listen to me, because it's not by thinking that you will find it. It's by experiencing it, right? Okay. So when is the last time you remember being well and not in a funk? There is no funk, and then there is funk.
Okay.
So try it out. If it's not the right one, don't worry, you will find the right one. But there is always something that happens, and then the funk mechanism gets reactivated.
Okay. I think I see it. It just rose up, so I'm just going to trust it. It was last week. I was with my sister in Chicago, and then my wife's sister in Michigan. And when we got to Michigan, we were in a home, my family's home, that has a lot of memories, and it tends to be a place where everyone just chills out, right? It's got kind of that energy. And there was one day there where I didn't eat well. And I got upset with my wife because I felt like I had to push down my upset. Like I had to suppress it. And I think that's where it started.
All right. So what did you get upset with your wife about? That you couldn't say that you were upset?
Yes. Well, no, initially I was upset because she had just said something a little short to me in the space of her sister, and I didn't want to create a issue around her family. So I felt like I had to push it down.
Okay. So it's got nothing to do with you not eating well. It's about your wife saying something that offended you or hurt your feelings in front of her sister.
Yes.
And you wanted to maintain the peace.
Yes. Yes.
And then did you start eating badly?
Yeah, I think, yes, I think, yes, I think so. Yep.
Okay. Okay. You sure?
Trying to recall the timeline. I'm not sure. I'm
Okay,
not totally sure.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I think
Okay.
what your wife said is the thing. Let's take it with it.
Okay.
If it's not it, we go back to the food, right? So your wife said something. Did it hurt your feeling? Did it make you angry? Did it offend you? Whatever she said, what was the feeling? What did she say?
I think it hurt my feelings.
She said,
so
can you say what she said, or is that
sure.
too?
No, it's not too personal. I was spending, her sister's quite younger than us. She's 18. And so I was spending time with her sister, and I'm a little more emotional, and so is her sister. And Rhiannon's a little bit more like to the point. So her sister and I were having like a long conversation, and when Rhiannon came up, she was like, okay, these conversations are too long. Like you're feeding into her emotions, she was frustrated by the long emotional conversation, which isn't her thing.
All right.
And I think I felt hurt because I felt maybe that brings up like that inadequate thing, like I did something wrong. And then also I think I felt a little angry, like, well, that's my relationship with her, and you don't have to have that relationship, but that's my relationship with her,
So hurt, you did something wrong, and validated, and at the same time angry.
Yeah.
Angry or resentful or
resentful.
Spiteful. Yeah.
Resentful is my tendency to go towards resentment.
It's my relationship with your sister.
Exactly.
but you didn't say anything.
In that moment, I didn't, but I got, I did the thing where you get visibly upset and you make sure that they know without saying something. I did that. So.
Okay. And so then what did you make it mean about yourself that your wife said that you were what? On the moment.
I think what it comes to is like, I'm too much, or I'm annoying, like I'm, yeah, I think that's it. Like I'm too much, or I'm annoying, or I'm not doing it right. Like I should be doing something different, or speaking differently, or having a different kind of conversation. I just think I made myself wrong.
What did you make it mean about your wife? That she's what?
Like she's rude, and she doesn't get it,
What did you make it mean about life, if anything?
I think what I can say about what the whole situation is, I have a tendency to go to this thought of like, oh, things aren't right. Like things aren't working out the way they should be. Things aren't harmonious and peaceful and easy, And that thought comes, that thought process comes to me a lot in a lot of situations. Oh, well, if it's not easy and harmonious, it's not right.
Okay, good. All right, good. So how old were you when you decided you were too much annoying, not doing it right? Which one is that one?
The 5-year-old for sure.
The 5-year-old where you decided you were?
Bad. A bad girl.
And you compensated with being?
A people pleaser.
A people pleaser. Okay. Then what destructive mechanism is? She's rude, she doesn't get it, she doesn't understand me. Is that a
victim and resentment, I think, is one I go to a lot.
Yeah. And how old were you when you put that together?
The being a victim?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think 2.5.
Yes, or 3, right?
Yeah.
That's around the age we start with this destructive mechanism. And things are not working out the way they should be is what age?
Oh, things are not working out the way they should be.
When is it that you decide that life is a minefield?
Oh, right. 2. 2 for sure.
Yeah, that's the 2-year-old, right?
Yeah, that's
all right. Where you decided life is a minefield and how you will cope with it is by not moving.
Do not move. Yep.
Do not move. All right, so let's see. Yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right.
That's all coming to me now.
No. Yeah, life is a minefield. So I'm not moving, feeling unmotivated, heavy, sad, depressed, right? Letting go of structure. Life is a minefield. I'm not moving.
Oh my goodness.
So you let go of everything. Then you say, okay, I'm bad. I'll just be nice and be a people pleaser, right? Because I'm not doing it right and I'm just annoying and just too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, concern about your work, you're not making money, you're doubt, am I trained enough? I'm not good enough, right? All that is a bad one, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Fear about your wife, not liking Seattle, worrying, right?
Yep. Totally.
And then when you can't stand all that about you anymore, then you go and blame your wife for saying, really, you girls, you're just like overdoing it. Right? So we now have a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 6-year-old or 5-year-old that is running the show.
Wow.
Yeah. Just because your feelings got hurt, right? So what is the emotion that happened that you cannot be with? What is the emotion? Is it the hurt, the embarrassment, the doubt, the doing it wrong? What is the worst thing for you that is a reactivation? Huh?
Doing it wrong.
Yeah, doing it wrong, right? That's when you told the priest, hi, guy, or whatever you said, right? Is that what it is? Like you were 5? What happened? Remind me.
5. I was in either kindergarten or first grade walking. I went to a Catholic school. So walking down the hall, I saw the priest. At the time, I loved the church, and the priests were so cool because they got to talk to God. And so I was like, hi, happy. And he pushed me up against the lockers and he said, you always say, hello, Father. You never say hi. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, so you did it wrong, right?
Oh, absolutely. I did it wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's just a repeat of what happened with your wife and your wife's sister.
Oh, my goodness.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. So now that's how it happens, right? Your brain at 5 or 6 registered this mechanism, right? Mm-hmm. You do something wrong. That's what happened. You pushed against the locker and you tore off. Okay. So your neurons have actually arranged a reaction to it.
Wow.
Right. So anything that reminds you of it or reminds your neuron, because it's really is without any awareness, poof, funk.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and that's why it's so important to have your ego disentangled so that you know exactly, oh, good God, I'm being 6-year-old, 3-year-old, 2-year-old, 12-year-old, 16-year-old. I mean, the ego is put together in the first 18 years of your life. So there is a finite amount of things. But when you know it so well, you can get out of the funk fast, right? So now, first, do you already feel a bit of freedom?
Yeah, I do. I like already there's a more lightness in my space.
Okay, good. So now, Abby, you and I did the work together, right? What is your essence?
My essence is divine impulse.
All right. And what is your soul intention in incarnating you?
My soul intention is in incarnating me is that people experience freedom.
Okay. So, and the archetype you created for your conscious ego, do you remember it?
Yes, the oracle.
Okay, the oracle. All right, so now you have a choice. So for everybody that is listening and hasn't disentangled your ego, first, please disentangle your ego.
Simple as that.
Yeah, well, there is a self-guided course, right?
Yes,
if
there
you
is.
want to work one-on-one with me, just do the self-guided course.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is the automatic ego and there is a conscious ego, because we do need an ego to go through life, right? So the ego that Abby creating is like an archetype. So she calls it the oracle, right? So Abby, you now have a choice. Either you're going to empower and give your energy to the oracle, which is people experience a freedom to be, and it's your essence is divine impulse, which is the movement of change and movement and fluidity of life, right?
Mm-hmm. Love and motion.
Or the people pleaser that feels bad, that resents others, and that thinks that life is a minefield and
sounds like
you
fun.
better not move. Yeah. So now choose.
Okay, I see it.
Right. So the choice is that simple. Awareness is the ultimate power. That at that moment, you will ask yourself, what way of being, what action will the oracle take? Who can I give the freedom to? Who can I have a conversation with that will have me remember my purpose in life, right? What action can I take that will honor my essence? And, with your automatic ego and the little girl, the 2, the 3, the 6, right, that got so reactivated, I just give her a hug, mine, like I'm so clear that I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. You need to give a hug to your human.
Yes.
It's just like in a funk, but that's not you. Your human is in a funk. So, that's why I had you get present to it, saying, the little 2-year-old, the 3-year-old, the 6-year-old, there was nobody to say,
yeah.
Exactly.
You just need to just give it a little squeeze.
Yeah, Yeah, and then you tell your neuron, new habit, please. We got to stop this neuronal connection, because it's also a habit, right? So
it is. Yeah.
The more you catch it, the quicker you get out of it.
Wow. Thank you, Sophie. I already have so much more freedom in my space, and I can feel now, which is what I love about this work, is that it's not like a thought, it's actually an experience. It's like I can feel what it feels like to choose divine impulse instead of choosing the 5-year-old. And the 5-year-old is there, but like you said, there's more of like oh, honey, I know it's hard. It's okay. And then choosing this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't resist when I'm miserable. When I say, oh, I'm miserable. Yeah, I am 6-year-old and my mother wanted a boy. I am miserable.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well done.
Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah. And the thing is, once you get to that point, right, you get to the point of choice, don't look for just happiness and joy and everything is resolved. Just now take action that will be aligned with your soul essence, your soul intention in incarnating you and the archetype you created. That's it. You don't ask yourself questions. You don't believe any thoughts. You don't look for feeling. You just say, oh, I'm honoring that, my conscious ego. I'm honoring who I really am, not,
Yeah, it's like it gives you the space to take the next right step, as opposed to like, oh, well, now I'm happy and everything's perfect. And I can see now, okay, the next, and not right, like right or wrong, but a next aligned step, like what's the next aligned step? Feels more present in my
and that's what we call the ultimate integrity, right? Is that even if you don't feel like it, and the funk is still there because there will be habits from the past, but you're honoring who you really are. Right? That's the ultimate integrity.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah, and the feeling will come, the feeling good and you align when you have this hug feeling and your arms just became like that again, right?
Yeah, that's my symbol for when I know things are.
All right, my darling, you did so well. I hope, it was, I think it's so generous of you to be coached in front of everybody. And I think it will help people a lot.
I hope so. And thank you to anyone who is here and watching. Thanks for holding the space and allowing me to just be in my funkness and then in my essence-ness and get coached on Facebook. I appreciate it. And I will say, like, in many years of doing sort of spiritual work or self-development work, disentangling my ego gives me a really clear map. Like, we couldn't do this kind of coaching unless I had a really clear understanding of those neuronal pathways that you were talking about. And so, of course, I want everyone to do it because I love everyone's freedom.
All right. And Abby, before we finish, right, because it's a longer call than normally, but our seminar called A Way Out of Insanity starts in 2 hours.
That's right.
It's still time to register, everybody. Yep. And I really want you to know those seminars are conversations. I'm not leading a lecture. They are conversations to practice thinking consciously. We have great people registered in this seminar. It's going to be a very profound conversation. And a way out of insanity, meaning how to deal with the humanness of the world, the repeat, the Groundhog Day, the circumstances, actually what we're dealing with at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you can't be on all the sessions, you can watch the recordings. So don't let it pass. It's really great. And as always, you can choose your own price depending on your financial situation. So
even if you see this recording after we've done the first session, you can still register and just watch the first session and come to the next 3 live. We'd love to have you. So please join us.
All right. Do we have any comment, Abby?
I'll check. I don't think we do. Let me see. Oops, that's my voice. Oh, we do. We have Donna, but hold on. Okay, we have Donna here. Hi, Donna, and Malou. Hi, Malou. And others. I see that there are more of you here. I just can't see your names. Donna says, if anyone hasn't done the ego course, I can attest. It's incredible to live a life free and aware like you've never imagined. Awareness is the ultimate power, she says. And then Malou says, well, distinguished Abby, thank you for your generosity, awareness on the court.
Okay,
so
great.
Thank you all.
All right. And Abby, really, really, really thank you for your generosity, darling. We wanted to contribute to people and you had the courage to go public in the group. And I have so much respect for that kind of courage and generosity. So thank you. And I love you.
Thank you, Sophie. I love you. Thank you so much for this work and for coaching me.
All right. Bye, my darling.
Bye. Bye, everyone.